So everybody, welcome to another edition of our Swing Time video calls, and I'm very, very happy to welcome Torren Matthews to the show. Torren, how you doing, my friend?
Good day, and yourself?
Yeah, going a bit stir crazy, stuck indoors all the time, but yeah, all right. So, Torren, we met at Crossland Heath for the 2020 Pro Tour event a month or so ago now. But what I want to know is more about Torren the golfer. So Torren, how did you get into golf in the first place?
Well, probably started when I was about 13 or so. Just picked up my first set of clubs. Went up to council course with my dad. Had a quick go up there, hit a few shots, and got hooked from there. Really.
So were you one of those annoying people who picked up a golf club and just had a natural swing, a natural ability to strike the ball straight away?
No, I was terrible when I first started. Absolutely awful. But luckily, a few of my mates played, and they were quite good. So, and then through like school holidays and stuff, we just went every day and just practiced, and got the bug and got hooked on it from there. Really.
So there's hope for me yet, then, is what you're saying? Because I'm still terrible. I'm 34 and I'm still terrible. But so how did you go from being terrible to getting to the point where you're like, actually, do you know what? I'm getting pretty good now. What sort of, was it coaching? Was it just practice, or what sparked the change for you?
Well, through all the school holidays, we were practicing every day. Started getting decent, probably like mid-20 handicap as you'd like, start being able to knock it around okay. And then Mark Pearson up at Alton Hall, he was running this like ACE apprenticeship in golf alongside Leeds City College. So my mum found it actually on the internet. Like I said, there's a golf school there. Would you be interested in doing that? So I was a bit unsure what I wanted to do from like towards the end of leaving school. It was either like business side or do something like sport, and I was still a bit stuck and didn't know where to go. And she found this, but the handicap had to be, I think, single figures to get in.
Right.
Which obviously all miles away from getting in that. But we saw that it said Mark Pearson did it up Alton Hall, and I was playing up Alton Hall at the time. So I had a couple of lessons with Mark, and then we had a word with him, and I think Mark pulled a few strings, and we managed to get in that, and then kind of developed my game through there quite quickly. Played up about 24 or so before that. Got down to low single figures in there, and then a couple of years after that, and turned pro.
Wow, that's incredible. So when did you turn pro? What year did you go pro?
I turned pro. Good question. I think it was 2016, 2017.
Okay, so about 4 years ago.
Yeah, about 4 years.
How's your career gone since then? What's sort of been the biggest results you've had to date?
I've won a few little mini events, and probably the biggest event I've won was the Open qualifying at Alwoodley.
Oh,
the regionals. Yeah. So that was probably the biggest event I've won.
That's pretty cool, I've got to say. So, Torren, throughout your golfing career, shall we say, you've probably played at quite a few courses up and down the country and worldwide, no doubt. Yeah. Do you have a particular place that you know you're going to play? You could play forever. If you could, one course you've got to play for the rest of your life. Where's it going to be?
Good question. Are we talking UK or worldwide here?
I'll tell you what, mate. It could be. I'll tell you what. Give me a worldwide one and give me a UK one.
Best course I've played worldwide, probably just condition-wise, I've probably been Els Club in Dubai. That was just nice. Like immaculate. Like, there wasn't a blemish there. I don't know if I dropped lucky and got it on perfect condition, but that was something special when I played there. And then if we're going UK, best UK course probably be Woburn in Milton Keynes.
Oh, okay, yeah. That hosted the British Masters a couple of years ago.
British Masters, yeah. There's 3 courses there, and I mean, they're all unbelievable.
Am I right? Is Woburn, I could be completely wrong here, is it Ian Poulter's course?
It is, yeah. Yeah.
God, you go, knowledge, sorry.
Yeah, but that place is pretty impressive. There's 3 courses there, big short game area, a couple of driving ranges. You won't get bored there, that's for sure.
No, I'd chop my way around, and in fact, they wouldn't let me on. I'd probably dig up the amount of divots I'd leave there.
Dig it up.
So, talking of divots, when I play golf, pretty much every third shot is an embarrassing moment for me. But then again, I'm not a professional. Torren, you are. However, you worked hard to get to that level, but there must have been a few embarrassing moments in your career so far. What's been the most embarrassing one for you, where you thought, "Oh no, what did I do that for?"
Yeah. You know what? I've never really had like an embarrassing moment on course. Like, everyone's got a story, but I honestly can't really think of them. Probably shooting a really bad score. Probably the most embarrassing thing that's happened.
Do you still get? I always wonder this, because even when I play with my mates, I still get nervous on the first tee, especially if the clubhouse is behind and everybody can see.
Yeah.
And you get on the first tee, you're like, oh, and I know, like I said before, I'm probably about a 20 to 22 handicapper, so I know that there's a fair chance, every 1 in 4, every 1 in 6 shots is going to be a bit of a rogue one, and it'll just be my luck it'll be off the first tee. Do you still get nervous when you tee it up?
I think on some big competitions, you still get a bit of first need to a bit of nerves on first tee, but they're nothing like shivering in your boots or anything. It's just a little bit of nerves on first hole, and you settle down into it then. But I think
once it's gone,
I think it's normal. I think if you're not getting any nerves, then it's a bit, you're kind of in the wrong game really. It just means you want to do well, don't it? And you want to perform.
Absolutely. Now, golf for me as well it's a bit of a psychological test as well, because it's so long, isn't it? Now, when I play, I get to about 15. I get to about the 15th hole, and my mind starts to wander. I've got to be honest with you. I'm sort of my feet might be aching, and I'm sort of half my head's in the bar, and it's difficult to sort of keep it going. How do you, Torren, keep yourself going? I mean, I imagine it's quite tough. If you're in contention, you're at 15. It's probably quite easy to stay in the zone. So let's take you out of that equation, and you're not in contention. You're not going to trouble the leaderboard. You're not in for any prize money, let's say. How do you keep yourself going for those final 4 or 5 holes, knowing that really you're out of the game?
I think it's just a matter of getting the best finish that you possibly can, and finishing as high up as you can, and trying to get a little bit of confidence from maybe them last few holes. Say if it's all gone really badly for first 15, then for them last 3 holes, you want to try finishing strong and give yourself a bit of positive thoughts, and going into your next round or picking something good from it. So maybe just give yourself a little task to think, right, if I can bird it last 3 or bird it last 2, whatever it'll be, and then if you do that, then it's a bit of a well, I did finish strong.
I like that.
Yeah.
So that's a great little tip. That give yourself a little task, even if you're having a bit of a mare of a round.
Yeah.
I try not to be too negative. I want to be positive, because I'm sure, Torren, it's very rare that you're in a position that you're out of contention. So let's flip it on the other side. You're in contention. You've got a shot. You've got a shot of winning it.
Yeah.
Do you keep an eye on the leaderboard? Do you know what's going on, or do you just keep your head down, get in the zone, and try and just focus on yourself?
Well, if you can see a leaderboard and you can see your name up there, I think it's hard not to know your score and what you'll need to do. But it all boils down to just sticking to your plan, and what'll happen will happen. It's one of them things. You just got to see the shot at the time and hopefully pull it off. That's the trick, I guess. Just to stick with it, not change your plan unless you really need to. Maybe if you're like you one behind going down last, then maybe go for it or something. But otherwise, it just.
And would you? Are you the type of golfer? Let's say you're on the 18th and you're a shot behind, or let's say you're not even sure, but you're up there. You're sort of in contention, but you're not. There's no leaderboard, so you don't know the clubhouse leader, but you just know. You know when you know, and you've got a tricky shot over what you can either lay it up, play it safe, and get a safe par, or you're going to go for it. You're going to try and take on the water and go for glory. What do you do? Do you play it safe, or you're the kind of guy who goes, no, I'm going to tackle this. It's all or nothing from it. It's either first place or it's 20th.
Yeah, definitely go for it. Yeah, play to win, 100%.
That's what I like to hear. Man, Torren. So what we also get, we get a lot of people who like to know sort of what the pro golfers play, what's in their bag. So let's go from top to bottom, Torren. Let's start driving and work our way down to putter. What do you play?
So all my bags are currently TaylorMade at the moment. I've just recently got the new TaylorMade Sim driver in the bag.
What do you think of it? What do you think?
It's really good. I like it. It's nice.
Yeah.
I had the old original M1 prior to the change, and I didn't really.
You never played the M5, M6?
No, I didn't. I stuck with M1. I really like that, but I tried the Sim and thought, well, that were worth the change. It got a few extra mile an hour ball speed, and obviously carry distance went up with that, so it was a bit of a no-brainer, really.
Fantastic. And do you carry the Sim woods as well?
I've not. I've got the original M1 3 wood.
Oh, nice.
Kept that in bag. I don't think that'll be changing anytime soon. I've got a P790 2 iron.
A 2 iron? You have a 2 iron?
Yeah. So
isn't that's impossible to hit? How do you hit that?
I change that sometimes, of course, depending with an hybrid, but it's quite good off tee. It's 2 iron, especially when it's not going so well at driver or 3 wood. It's quite a steady club to it off tee, so I do like that. I've got the PSI irons, so they're a few years old. Yeah. And then I've got the TaylorMade wedges in 50 degree, 55, 60, and I've got the TaylorMade Spider.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Okay, good. It's always interesting to see. The Spider is a mallet, isn't it? So have you tried blades? I guess you just prefer the weighting of the mallet.
I used to played a blade all through my amateur career. I played the Scotty Cameron California, I think it was. I've still got that. I tried the Spider, and it just seems a bit more consistent. So
I've got to say, I do love a Scotty Cameron partner. So, Torren, if you ever want to get rid of it, don't forget your old mate.
No way you
are. So, look, let's talk away from the course then. At the minute, we can't play golf at the minute. We will get back out this year, of course. But what are you doing at the minute then to kind of stay in shape and to sort of stay game ready? Are you able to practice at home or what are you doing?
I've been making a bit of a makeshift net with a few bed sheets over a washing line and pegging that down and hitting a few balls into that. Doing a bit of chipping up and down garden, but I mean it's not the same, but it keeps you going, I guess. Keeps absolutely loose and there's just a bit of
keeps you supple, doesn't it? Keeps you moving.
Yeah, that's the trick. If you can just clip an hour or so a day and just keep it quite fresh, and then wait till you get back on course. I'm one that likes to see ball fly. I can't really be doing with it into a net and not knowing where it's going. But
it's
one of them things that you just got to do with what you can do with it. A minute, it's better than nothing. So
definitely. So we've discussed what you're doing at the minute, but when you're not playing golf or you're not hitting in a net in the garden, how do you actually relax away from the course, away from golf in total? Are you a golfing nut? I spoke to Mark Nicholson, and he says when I'm not playing golf, I'm practicing golf. Do you live, breathe golf, or do you?
No, I do like my downtime from golf. Fishing's my big thing.
Okay.
I love fishing, so that's my little getaway.
Yeah, would you be? Do you have like pro fishing? Do you have pro fishing?
I think there is pro fishing, but I'm not that good at it. No, but I've done a few comps, but not like professional wise with it. So it's just more for pleasure than.
Good man. So let's get back to what you're really good at, golf. Then, good question is how many hole-in-ones have you had, Torren?
I've not had one yet, unfortunately.
Oh.
No.
Hey, you're as good as me then.
Yeah,
you're the same as me.
As close as you can get, but I've not actually had one. I've hit the pin, I've lipped out, been inches around it, but never gone in for me.
No, you're far better than me. I've not even done that. So fair enough. So Torren, what does the future hold for you then? Obviously, you turned pro. I've seen you play golf, and I can certainly say you're very, very capable golfer. I've got to say, I'm very impressed. Where do you want to go? Is this? Well, you tell me. What's a long-term goal for you?
European Tour is the main goal to get onto main circuit and get playing with big boys, and just to work towards that. But obviously there's different paths that you can take to go down that. It'll be either you can obviously go through traditional route through Europe Pro Tour, Challenge Tour, and to European Tour. Obviously there's Tour School way, but the plan was this year playing as much as I can and then go to our school at the end of the year.
Yeah. So are you going to come back and do some more 2020 Pro Tour events?
Yeah,
when
yeah,
we
absolutely.
Get back, of course.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
We're playing as much of them as I can. And John's on 1836, and then a few Jamaica tours and a few other mini tours. Just playing as much as I can, get as much experience, and hopefully get some good results and take that into end of year. Would have been a plan, but obviously with what's been happening, that might be changing. It might be a
that's exactly. That's why we're having this call now, isn't it?
But yeah, it's same for everyone.
We should be doing it on a course. But anyway, what can you do? Look, Torren, I really appreciate your time today. I won't keep you too much longer, but I always like everybody to have the chance to say a special thank you to anybody. So if you've got anybody who's helped you in your career, you've got any sponsors you want to give a shout out to, I know coaches are always very important. So please fire away if there's any thank yous you'd like to give out.
Yeah, I've got a couple of sponsors. Obviously, I'd like to thank a bit Ultimate Physiques Gym, Ian at Body Parts Therapy, and it'll be Andy Hall from Cobbler Pub in Pontefract.
Fantastic, excellent, superb, well said. Well, look, Torren, thank you so much for your time today. It's been an absolute pleasure finding out about you, your career. You haven't had any embarrassing moments. What can I say? You're a pro golfer.
That's superb. It. Maybe, hopefully not many to come, but we'll see.
Hopefully not. Yeah. But it's been a pleasure talking, Torren. Thank you so much.
Cheers, Ian.
Stay safe, won't you? And I'll see you at the next event.
You too. Cheers, mate. Thank you.